Hey guys, uh, there's the sun going down, or whatever it is. I see that Crow 777 put out another video about the double suns, and they were discussing different techniques and stuff like that. I just think it's very synchronistic that I called a double sun, and then Pies and Cakes called a double sun. Then the very next day, Crow put out a video with the double sun that he had done in 2016, and just had kept it, kept it to himself. But saw where another guy had replicated the technique where he caught it, so decided to come on out with it. So the community, our community, is waking up. Guys, do you realize just how rare we are? We woke, It's just incredible to think about. As a matter of fact, there is only 10,000 of us in this whole planet. That's it. That are woke up. Man, look at the tops of those trees. It's pretty wild in itself. I mean, it looks like, damn, I mean, I'm seeing like figures in there. Are y'all? Can y'all see that? That right there, that tree right there in the center? But to about the 7 o'clock position of the sun right there. 8, in between the 6 o'clock and 9 o'clock. Man, guys, we're living in some really wild times. I mean, it's pretty wild. And yeah, I see where a lot of people are trying to not focus on the negative and all that. And I'm with the no fear thing. But you have to understand what's really going on here. This stuff is not our friend. This world is not. This world is corrupted. It is run by Satan. And there is no doubt in my mind about that. And if you don't realize that, you really, I don't see how you can. I'm not saying you're going to go to hell or anything. I don't know if I believe in all that, but look, we have to understand what's really going on. Don't kid yourself, okay? There is trouble about to be upon us in ways that it's going to be so hideous it's beyond belief, okay? Now, the Lord led me to Jonathan Collect's channel, and he has cracked their code. God gave him the discernment to crack their code, and he's done it. And guess what? He did it right on time. Okay? It was perfect timing. It was meant to be. I highly recommend everybody check his channel out. If you want to know the truth, if you want to be prepared for what's about to happen, look at that there. It looks like a wolfman face. Look at that. It's crazy, y'all. We are in the weirdest. I mean, this is the strangest. There's the stuff's bleeding together for sure. You know, I had my first supernatural incident when I was 12 years old. And what I saw was a world that was a hellish landscape and a lot of hellish monsters doing some pretty hellish stuff. Freaked me out. I was sitting on a picnic table. It was during summertime. And here I am all of a sudden in this landscape, this hellish landscape with these hellish beings. And all of a sudden, they noticed me and they all started looking at me. And then they started coming at me. And right as they got to me, I fell over and fell backwards off the picnic table and landed on the ground and woke up from that. And, you know, I ran inside and I told my mom or whatever. She didn't, you know, I don't know. She just probably thought kid stuff, being scared. And when I insisted for several years about it, because there were more incidences, you know, I learned pretty quick to just keep my mouth shut about it. Well, here we are. All right, we're not going to catch a second sun, but I did want to just chit-chat with y'all about that, about Jonathan Collect. I think it's very important. Everybody get a grip on this. And don't be fooled with the new agey, everything's going to be rosy and sweet loveness, because that's not what it's about to happen. Unless you realize, unless you are born again, okay? You're not going. I mean, and I think that all of us woke are kind of born again. All right, so we're meant. It's for us, kind of. I mean, I'm not so sure that we'll even get to be raptured out. We may have to stick around and try to protect these stragglers. I feel like that's going to be my destiny anyway. Well, I kind of know it. And I don't mind. I know it's going to be pretty ugly, but I was kind of built for it. I've always hated bullies. And they didn't bully around me. Ever. I went to prison, 22.5 months. And it wasn't that, bad or whatever, but I breezed through some rough places, and I had to establish that I wasn't the one that they were going to take advantage of. There wasn't any booty bandits where I was at or whatever, but there were, guys who made their bones on, white guys. But I wasn't the one. They didn't fool with me. Not like that. I only had a few incidences. That was enough to, keep them, at bay. They were particularly going for the easy targets. So if you find yourself still here after our Lord takes the worthy, here directly, it's coming directly. We're at that stage. We're in the tribulation now and people don't even know it. Ever since the great sign in heaven, we've been in the tribulation. Look at the world. Do you know how many millions of people are dying right now? You know how many more millions are going to die in the next couple of years just because of the starvation? They're targeting the food supply. They're killing all of the plant life. Now, our Lord says He's going to straighten all that out, but there's going to be those years. So if you do find yourself still here after, you know, a lot of people just disappear out of here and it gets pretty rough, then know that, you know, you have the opportunity to help the innocent that are going to get caught up in this. And there's going to be a lot of them. And it's going to be our job to try to protect them. All right, guys. Well, listen, I love y'all. Talk to you later.